Alrighty guys, we're back for some Big Red, and this is a Brothers War Standard Brew. We're going to go over the deck, then hop right into some Ranked, but first things first, for anyone who may not know, I'm Red Cat and I play aggro decks and any decks with red in them as well, so hope that sounds fun to you. Also, we do get that Discord link down in the description if you're interested in joining that up. Yeah, it's about time I visited Big Red since the Brothers War, huh? We've been seeing this style of deck around for a while where the top end has Cityscape Leveler or Portal to Phyrexia. In this particular build, we got 4 levelers and a single Portal to Phyrexia, right? And we've been seeing like the Mightstone and Weakstone on the top end, even though we're not rocking any Urzas. Just happens to be a pretty cool artifact that works well with the other big artifacts, right? What else do we got in here? Well, we got a single Flame Blessed Bolt. We have 4 Voltage Surge, 2 Light Up the Knights, and 2 Abrades, as well as a single Cathartic Pyre. So a lot of early game removal, a lot of utility removal here as well. For Voltage Surge, we do have ways to get consistent artifacts on the board, so we can sacrifice those to do 4 damage instead of 2. And then Light Up the Knight for the flashback cost, we are rocking 2 Karn Living Legacies in here. So pretty cool, and Light Up the Night can help us end games as well, especially since I'm rocking 2 Glittering Stockpiles in this build. This is one we don't get to see often, a 3 mana artifact treasure. You can tap it to add a red mana and put a stash counter on Glittering Stockpile. You can tap it and sack it to add X mana of any one color, where X is the number of stash counters on Glittering Stockpile. So this can be some serious ramp. If you get both of these on the board, for example, and you're tapping those down every single turn, and just those stash counters add up really fast, at some point you can just sacrifice the stockpile and plug all that extra mana into like a Light Up the Night and just hit the opponent's face. But other than that, it's just a pretty cool ramp piece, huh? We do have 3 Reckoner Bankbusters in here because, well, it's mid-range, right? You gotta be able to draw, and Bankbuster is a beautiful one to do that with. Also helps us wrap up games because it's a pretty powerful vehicle. 2 mana 4/4 is stacked. And we have 4 Thran portals in here too. A 3 mana 2/4 with reach, and when it enters the battlefield, you and target opponent each create a tapped Power Stone token. And then for 7, you can look at the top 4 cards of your library. You may reveal an artifact card from among them, put it into your hand, put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. So I don't know how good this card's actually going to be, but I think it's pretty decent. It has pretty decent stats as well, so that's good. We have a couple Brotherhood's End in here, and we're really looking at that top ability, not the bottom ability, although we might be forced to use that bottom ability against maybe some prototype style decks or something, you know? But that's going to hit you too. It's going to hit your Power Stone tokens and stuff like that. So yeah, just a pretty sweet card. I already went over the stockpile. We have a couple Fable of the Mirror Breakers, but mainly because it just feels weird to not play Fable. We might actually want 4 of these. Let's be real. Maybe we'll talk more about that in the final thoughts. Dropping down to 2 Thran Spiders and going up to 4 Fables. It's just so powerful and does so much that it seems a little silly not to have 4 in here. But yeah, I really wanted to see the spider today, so I have a single Vision of Phyrexia here, and this is a 4 mana enchantment, and at the beginning of your upkeep, you exile the top card of your library. You may play that card this turn, and then at the beginning of the end step, if you didn't play a card from exile this turn, you can create a tapped Power Stone token. Pretty cool card. I think it's going to be worth the one of. I don't know if we're going to talk about wanting more of these after today. Now we do have a couple burn down the house too, and honestly, depending on how many soldiers you're seeing, you might want 3 or 4 of these. It really depends. My meta has kind of been all over the place. For a while there, I was seeing enough soldiers to just I would have definitely played with 4 of these, but right now it's like a really nice balance of just everything. Like I'm literally just seeing everything. I don't know what you guys are seeing. Let me know in the comments though. That's pretty much it, guys. Forgot to go over like the power of the Mightstone and Weakstone is actually pretty insane. The fact that it can kill a creature or draw you 2 cards is actually just really good, and being able to draw 2 cards in like a red deck like this is really, really good, huh? We do have a couple Mishra's Foundries over here, again, to help us like close up games, because sometimes that can be an issue. Burn down the house also helps us close up games, by the way, with those devils. We have a single Hall of Tagsin here, and this helps us get more Power Stone tokens. I think it'll be worth the one of. Single Blast Zone in here. That bottom ability, it's worth noting because I've played this wrong in the past for sure. It's destroy each non-land permanent with mana value equal to the number of charge counters, and I've played this wrong in the past thinking that it was equal to or less than, kind of like a Karn Silex or something, right? So yeah, got a single Blast Zone. I think it'll be worth having. We'll see. A single Crucible as well as 20 mountains for a total of 25 land, which should definitely be enough. Honorable mentions, guys. There was so much that we could have packed in here. I think Big Red is actually in a great position because there's just so many options, and like we can play around with more options in the future, huh? Strangle and Obliterating Bolt are both great removal pieces, but they're both sorcery, so I think they end up slowing down things like Bankbuster, where it would be really nice to keep the Bankbuster open with some instant speed removal in hand, which I forgot to mention. Yeah, keep your eye on Light Up the Night. It is sorcery speed, not instant. That's important. Horned Stone Seeker and Excavation Explosion could be pretty cool if you're going deeper into the Power Stone route of things, which could be pretty powerful, honestly. Celestis is just incredible and can gain you so much life, but this time around I just wanted the 2 stockpiles. I really want to see this card do some work, but we'll see. We might just want a Celestis instead purely for that life gain purpose. And then sometimes we do run into decks that care about daytime and nighttime, so being able to switch it back to like day or something could be pretty important. Big Score could be pretty awesome in here too. Of course, the treasures work with things like Voltage Surge and just helps you ramp in general. The last few times I played Big Score, it was an MVP in every single one of those decks. So maybe this should be in here too, right? Skitterbeam Battalion feels a little weird not playing this, but I don't know. Like, for some reason, even though it's such a big card, this still feels a little bit too aggressive for what we're trying to do in this particular build, which is more of a mid-range / control style. So I don't know. We'll see. Mishra's Command is also just a really cool card, but I wanted the double Light Up the Nights in here, especially since we had the Karn as well to be able to flash it back. Okay, guys, I think that's everything. It's super simple. Kill your opponent's creatures, make them cry because you're killing all of their creatures, and then swing in with your big top end, like the Cityscape Levelers, which also kills their creatures. So yeah, that's the theme here, huh? Let's go ahead, take it into some ranked, and see how we do. All right, let's see if we can get into that first match here. Heck yeah, we do. Oh man, I'm feeling 50-50 about this deck. Like, I feel like this deck could go either way. Like, we could either just get completely destroyed. Excuse me. This is an all right hand, I guess. It's a lot of land. At least we have Bankbuster to draw. We have potential removal or ways to get rid of even more land if that's all we top deck. So yeah, I think this is a good one. I apologize, guys. Apparently I'm losing my voice, so I'll have to clear my throat a few times in this video, I suppose. Oh, there you are, opponent. Potential Orzhov, although we see Esper a lot more than Orzhov. Let's get that Bankbuster down. See if we can draw one of our 3-drops. Mishra's Foundry is pretty good, though. Okay, keep Bankbuster open, and we'll probably just draw and not use the Cathartic Pyre's ability, although that is tempting. Not a lot of ways to deal with enchantments. Let's just get that draw. Have 1 mountain open. Another mountain, wow. Cityscape Leveler deals with enchantments, though. That's good. That's a non-land permanent. I guess Bankbuster number 2. And then keep the Cathartic Pyre open. That's what I'm thinking. One of the nice things about these types of mid-range builds is, yeah, we always have like a ton of options. Just take the 1. I think keeping Cathartic Pyre is fine. And then if we don't have a great target, yeah, we'll just go ahead and use the Bankbuster. Okay, Visions of Phyrexia. That's a pretty good one. No blue over here. We're probably safe to just go ahead and play that. I'm also tempted to just use the Bankbuster ability here too. Get a 1/1, use the treasure for the visions. I think that's fine. We could use that treasure as ramp though. Oh, Brotherhood's End, that's terrific. We'll wait on that. And I don't think we need to save the treasure as ramp. Could swing with the other Bankbuster, but I have a feeling it's going to be some form of removal. Although Go for the Throat is very popular removal right now, which doesn't hit the Bankbuster, so... I don't think I'm going to do it. Well, we could. Probably just a simple chump though, huh? Yeah. I think it's completely fine to hold back that Bankbuster. How do you guys feel? Wandering Emperor. Yep, that makes sense. That could have been our Bankbuster, guys. Gobbled up and exiled. Although now we have to deal with a Wandering Emperor, which is scary. What is Brotherhood? Yeah, Brotherhood's End hits a Planeswalker too. Oh man. So what they want to do is they want to get this Samurai above a 3/3, and then the Brotherhood's End won't completely get us there. Oh, it's not going to completely get us there anyways, huh? Yeah, take out the 1/1. So we might have to double down. Brotherhood's End and the Cathartic Pyre hits their entire board. Oh, no, it doesn't, because... Yep, that's going to be a 4/4 now, too. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Hey, Mightstone and Weakstone. Hey, that is a terrific draw. That hits the Archangel. We have a problem with the Samurai. We have a problem with the Wandering Emperor, though, too. Ton of mana. Yep, Brotherhood's End would have been sweet, but the Wedding Festivity, which I guess the Cityscape Levelers are going to take that out soon. So that'll be good. Next turn, technically, with the Power Stone. So for now, I think the goal is to just survive an extra turn. Let's take out the Archangel. I think that's pretty good. We have 4 available with the Mightstone, but nothing to play into that. Oh, except for the Bankbuster. I guess we'll get that draw now, just in case we see something that we want to play. Nope. Cathartic Pyre's open to hit a human. They're going to want to plug that extra counter into the Samurai, probably. And we're going to have to start putting in some work next turn, guys. I feel like we have a ton of options, though. Wow. There's a lot packed in here. I actually really like the Visions. Maybe I already want 2 of these in the deck instead of 1. At the same time, though, it depends. It might be like a personal preference thing, too. Steel Seraph just fully casted. Holy cow, guys. That is... that is brutal. Oh, don't plug it. Oh, no. Brotherhood's End isn't hitting this stuff, guys. This is way too big of a board. What are they going to give it? Oh, lifelink, yeah. Gonna say, for some reason, my brain doesn't immediately go to lifelink whenever you don't need it, you know what I mean? So if we hit the Wandering Emperor, then Brotherhood's End is going to hit the Wandering Emperor, but then we still have, like, the Steel Seraph problem. 1, 2. See, they're only losing the 1 from the Festivity. Alright, let's take the 9. I think we're in big trouble here. Do we want this Wandering Emperor to die to the Brotherhood's End? There's a problem where... Okay. I want the Wandering Emperor to die to the Brotherhood's End, yes. I think that's what I want to die here. Voltage Surge, that's good. That's good news, guys. That is excellent news. Okay. So we'll be able to take out the Steel Seraph here too. Okay. Honestly, do we want... Let's start with Leveler. We'll have... No, we'll only have 2 open? Oh, I thought we had way more. Well, that's fine. We don't need the Leveler this turn. We'll go Brotherhood's End then. And then we'll Voltage Surge the Steel Seraph, submit 0, and then we can block with the Foundry. Maybe we should have drawn first too, because we might be able to find more removal. I'm sorry guys, there's like a lot to do here. More land, kind of flooding out a little bit. Other Bankbuster can't do much. We have to be able to block here, which means simple removal wins the game for the opponent. Oh no, there might have been a better way to play that one out. Let me know in the comments if you saw a way through here, because I am very interested. Yep, simple removal. Ends the game. Doesn't look like it. Go to blockers. Yes, okay. We're in this, guys. Cityscape Leveler can drop to take out that threat. Fable of the Mirror Breaker can help them find removal for the Cityscape too. Oh wow, another Mightstone and Weakstone. Wow. That's pretty good, huh? 2 open. Oh, burn down the house. I didn't even see what we drew. Yeah, that would have been nice, huh? Wow. Maybe we just play that. At this point, I feel like we just go Cityscape Leveler. It's a great blocker too, is the thing, and if it's just like a go for the throat, then we're fine. We're gonna get a Power Stone, since we're not using the Mightstone. We could have drawn from that too. Alright, we have the other Bankbuster open. We'll be able to get a 1/1 from that as well, if we need it. We're at 5, like we're kind of sort of doing a thing. It's gonna come down to, can these levelers actually keep up? And I think they can. Every time they attack, we get to take something. So like they really need removal for these levelers. Which I guess, yeah, no, I don't know. It depends. Do they keep everything? Sarah Paragon, oh my. Oh. Alright, well, our burn down the house is looking really good. Like, really, really good. Oh, they're gonna give it flying. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It's a good thing we're still at 5. We have 2 mana available. We better just go ahead and activate this now. Blast Zone. Oh. Okay. I guess like getting that to 3 would be pretty good. Maybe. It depends. Visions of Phyrexia. Voltage Surge. Nice. Another leveler. Alright, well, first of all, I don't think there's a question about it, right? We gotta burn this house down. We have a ton of extra mana then. Alright, let's do this. 5 damage to everything. I'm sorry, little pilot. I'm sorry, my poor 1/1 pilot. And then, yep, just enough to play a leveler. Wow, well, why didn't I play the Blast Zone? That's weird. I just auto-played a mountain. Alright, get that Cityscape Leveler down. Let's take out the Wedding Festivity and then attack and take out the Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Make sure we get as much damage through as possible. We're at 2, so if they have something hasty, like, I guess, hold back. We'll see, we'll see. They dropped the GGs. Do they have something hasty? Oh, it doesn't have to be hasty. Yep, Archangel. That's right. Yeah, hey, very good game, opponent. That was a fun one. As far as like first games go, I'm pretty satisfied. We showcased a lot of the deck. We drew a lot of land too. So early on there, being able to filter through some of this with like the original Cathartic Pyre could have been pretty good, right? Because we saw the Foundry too, so I think that's like 12 land total this game, which is a chunk of land, but I guess we were pretty deep into the deck too. And it all came in handy, like we really needed that mana overall because we were doing big plays the entire time. Honestly, that could have gone either way. I truly believe that. Yeah, I think those levelers were really good. I think they put in a lot of work. See if we can get into another one. So against other mid-range builds like that, it's probably going to come down to that, right? Where it's like back and forth and we really don't know who's in the lead. But in that case, I guess it was pretty obvious that the opponent was in the lead because they had so much damage there. Yeah, good hand. Yeah, I like this hand. Start with the mountain. I was thinking let's start with Foundry just so they don't know what we're playing, but keeping the Voltage Surge open on turn 1's way more important. Alright, we can get Foundry down and play the Bankbuster. Rafine's Tower. Yeah, we see a lot of Esper. Thalia. Oh no. That's a little bit annoying, huh? I was gonna go Stockpile, but I guess the Thran Spider is the best bet now. Scary thing about the Thran Spider is, yeah, the power stand, like there are a lot of people playing artifacts, so giving your opponent a little bit of ramp for their artifacts can be scary. Abrade would have been great last game too, huh? See, as far as like 4 artifacts go, we already have 5 mana if we needed it. Probably get the Glittering Stockpile down. And then we really should. Oh man. That Thalia's slowing us down, and then the Rafine has a ward as well. I guess we'll just keep. Should we just take out Thalia? It depends where they target the Rafine, though. With the Rafine's ability, I mean. So, because we could really ruin that for them. But then again, then them untapping means they could have like a Make Disappear or something available too. Radadravik, hey! That's sweet, opponent. Yep, we do this before they get to get a copy of the Thalia, right? We'll take that out. That's going to be important. Swing with Rafine. See if it's going to be a 2/5. Hopefully not. Yep, going to be a 2/5. We'll go ahead and block. Let's see here. Mountain. Let's start with a draw from the Bankbuster, because we might draw something better. Oh, Cityscape Leveler, that's terrific. We might want to take out the Radadravik this turn before they untap. How do you guys feel about that? We'll have 3 mana open, Voltage Surge able to do 4 damage. Yeah, we'll use the Abrade here and take out that Radadravik before they get to untap. Voltage Surge can't do much here because of the ward on Rafine. Overall, the removal definitely kept up pace, and let's keep this back as a blocker for the Rafine here. They hit their 5th mana. If we don't draw a land, then we can use the Stockpile's bottom ability to ramp into the Cityscape Leveler, which is pretty cool. We still can't hit the Rafine because of the Ward 1 now. Raven Man, oh man. Oh, buddy. Okay, we can still successfully block with the Thran Spider. Also, we do have the Thran Spider's ability available. Okay. That's a lot of creatures. A board wipe would be pretty sweet. A mountain's fine too. Because now we don't have to ditch the Glittering Stockpile to actually get the Leveler on the board. Or we could to pay the extra 1 to take out the Rafine. But I don't know if the Rafine's worth taking out here. Yeah, this is fine. Let's just take out probably the Raven Man. Give the opponent more power stones, right? Yeah, I don't think we need to attack with the Bankbuster this turn. Although we could. I think we'll just keep it all back for now. This is the type of deck that plays Go for the Throat again, so it's really nice to have these artifact creatures. Oh man, very scary cards in the opponent's deck. This is some Esper Legends, which is sweet. It's kind of like I said, man, we're seeing everything. I'm seeing everything right now in Ranked. Just like, it's all over the place. Well, that's a great target for that opponent. I like that. Just plug it into another flyer to go a little bit wide. Although if they don't get it above a 2-2, then the Thran Spider blocks it really well. So they're going to want to get this to a 3-3 with the ability here, which I think they do successfully. They even swung with the Jadar, which obviously we're going to block with the Cityscape Leveler, but they want to get as many draws off the Gix as possible. Because, yeah, their hand will be nice and stocked, while ours will not be, so. I'm really banking on this Leveler, which shows you the power of it. Uh-oh, they only got it to a 2-2. They must have drawn so many lands. Well, we got great blocks then. We'll go ahead and take 4, and they can draw twice. Off of the Gix, which, honestly, we don't see enough of, huh? The problem is there's so many powerful 3-drops. Yeah, there's so many powerful 3-drops, it's kind of ridiculous. Okay, they have 4 cards in hand. The zombie's out of here. We get a swing with the Leveler. They really want removal for that. Abrade, that's good. That's fine. Any little piece of removal is good. I don't mind using the Thran Portal's ability here, but better to keep it open. Let's finally take out that Rafine. Let's do it. Pay the Ward 1. I am definitely sure. Auto pay with the power. Nice. Power Stone tokens coming in handy, huh? Plaza of Heroes. Yep, that makes sense. So we could double down here and take out the Rafine. They still have another Plaza over here. I don't think we do. I think we just wait this out. If they're gonna end up using all their... Oh, and Plaza uses the Power Stone tokens that I gave them too. That's interesting. Okay, so what we could end up doing on their turn, this is pretty cool. Well, we better do this while they're so tapped out. We should take out the Gix. That also makes Rafine's ability a little bit worse too. So anyways, yeah, we can... Oh, they're down to 10, by the way. My goodness. We probably... For some reason, I thought the attack already happened. Okay, yeah, so we can power up Foundry, then tap our creatures down to power up the Bankbuster if we needed to block the Gix. But yeah, just taking that out with the Abrade is just much better, I would say. Alright, what are they going to hit? with the Raffine here, they're probably going to use that Plaza ability next turn, and I think that's fine. Like, they're low enough here to where they really need some answers. Another land. Guess we should probably draw off the Bankbuster, right? We still have the 2 open to power up Foundry if we really wanted to for some reason. We'll make sure to tap the Glittering Stockpile this turn too, just to get the stash counter on it. Adenic, nice. Very nice. So I'm going to take that out. We're going to ditch our Power Stone token. We're going to take out that Denic. Maybe. We'll see. They still have 2 cards in hand. They go for an Urtai, which means their Plaza of Heroes is now gone. They're actually just going to destroy the Leveler. Oh, no. Yeah, that's an option, isn't it? Nice. We can still bring it back, though. We have enough mana, for sure. Flame Blessed Bolt. What a draw. What a draw, guys. Oh, my goodness. That is disgusting. Their Power Stone tokens need to give them something very, very fancy. GG opponent. Being able to also hit that Urtai with the Flame Blessed Bolt, that was huge for us. Holy cow. Dude, these games have been awesome. Big Red is such a cool one to play. Holy cow. Every time we play it too, I just have a ball. Like, even in the past, you know, long before the Brotherhood's war, like, we just always had so much fun playing Big Red. I really need to play it more often. There is something very satisfying about having a lot of removal, right? Because it happens to us so often because, you know, obviously I play so much aggro. So we're pretty used to just the creatures smacking the graveyard, so it's nice to be on the other end of it sometimes, I suppose. Yeah, this hand's a little slower, no early removal, but I think it's worth a shot here because, like, these board wipes and everything. Alright, we'll start with the mountain. Blast Zone can come down. Bankbuster was a great draw. Riveteer's Overlook, huh? Okay. Yeah, we'll get the Bankbuster down here. We could have kept the Abrade open, but it's definitely better just to get this out there. Fable, okay. So we really don't want them to ramp with that, but at the same time, I don't know if just going an Abrade into the Shaman is worth it. When eventually whatever they ramp into, we can kill with the Leveler, or maybe just wipe the board with the Burn Down the House. Yeah, it's a little sketchy, the Thran Spider giving them the Power Stone token, but it's actually a pretty cool little card. I like it. I don't know if it's technically worth the 4 of, right? Maybe we want to go down to 2 spiders and go up to 4 Fables because, well, Fable of the Mirrorbreaker is just very powerful, isn't it? But at the same time, you know, this guarantees the Power Stone once it hits the board, whereas we don't have the guaranteed ramp from the Goblin Shaman. Oh, they really wanted to ramp with that too. Elder Dragon War, nice. Very nice. Okay, and they still were able to keep the treasure token too, so that's pretty sick, opponent. Now, yeah, let's see here. Brotherhood's End isn't going to hit the 4/4 dragon when it comes time. Just keeping like the Crucible probably isn't the best bet either. I'm going to go ahead and see what the Bankbuster gives us on our turn, because there might have been something that we wanted to drop for 3 mana. And now just keeping the Abrade is fine. Yeah, the bottom ability on Brotherhood's End definitely hurts us too, so we don't want that. So yeah, I think just keeping the Abrade is 100% okay here. Yeah, there's something so cool about Cityscape Leveler. Oh, Soul of Windgrace. They have 2 mana open here for the ability. They would need 3 to make it indestructible, so I think we're just going to hold everything back and drop the Burn Down the House and not worry too much about the 4/4 dragon. Oh, nice. We drew another Burn Down the House anyways. Okay, sweet. Let's do this. Right? Yeah, that's totally worth it. Yeah, that's totally worth it. What do you guys think? Because if we would have waited an extra turn, they would have had those 2 creatures still. They would have been able to copy the dragon with the reflection for more damage too. Oh man, and they still have 2 mana for some removal potentially. So we have 5, 6, we have 7 if we play Crucible, where the Leveler's not ready to drop onto this board state. The opponent could find the damage required next turn. Do we draw with the Bankbuster? Do we just burn down the house to get rid of the dragon? I think we draw with the Bankbuster, see what we find. Still have 4 mana. Okay. I played a land this turn, right? Did I? Oh, I didn't. Still go burn down the house. Let's just keep the Abrade open. I think we're fine. I think we'll survive. Yeah, we'll see. Gotta make sure, even if we don't use our Abrade, we have to make sure to tap the Glittering Stockpile to start getting those stash counters on it. Yet down to 8. They have 7 if they want to cast like an artifact. It's going to be Loam Speaker. Okay. It's a good target, but let's wait. Elder Dragon War. Oh man, I love the addition of the Elder Dragon War opponent. Honestly, that could be pretty good in here too, but we have like an artifact theme going on too. Down to 6. All right, let's go ahead. Also, they hit their dragon. Oh, we should probably take care of that, huh? Yeah, we should hit the dragon. The Cityscape Leveler is going to hit the other Elder Dragon War. It's weird that it doesn't want to tap down the stockpile. It's weird that it works out like that. And then it wants to keep the blast zone. But we'd much rather... Okay, let's take out the Elder Dragon War. Loam Speaker can be pretty scary too. But I think we're fine here. 1 mana short from actually activating the Bankbuster ability. Darn. That would have been cool. Alright, let's see if the second Cityscape Leveler... Like, we know this is probably going to be some form of removal, but again, Go for the Throat is very popular right now. 5 mana. Oh, 4. 5 mana. Keep a mountain open. So... there's a lot of things that could be. Oh. Rocking the auto tapper over there. Or making sure the auto tapper doesn't doom them, right? They have 4. Ah, Invoke. Let's keep the Leveler alive. I love Bankbuster, and I love that it's going to do a lot for us next turn, but this Leveler can really keep us in this game. Just being able to take out whatever the heck Sacrifice a creature. I'm sorry, Bankbuster. Oh, they can power up Loam Speaker. Oh, good game. I messed up. Wait. Are they not going to? They can power up the mountain and swing for 3. Oh, we're alive. We're alive. Bottom ability on Loam Speaker, guys. I always say it when we play with Loam Speaker. We win games with those lands all the time. Yeah, technically, I didn't get punished for tapping down there, but we very well could have. Oh, buddy. Wow. Okay. So swing with, now we're at the point where everything's dangerous. So we should probably just play the Brotherhood's End. Taking out the Bankbuster would be pretty good too. Here's what we're gonna do. We'll take out the Loam Speakers. We'll take out the Bankbuster. And hope that they don't have 2 damage in hand, because it could just be another Invoke Despair as well. Any like hasty things that they could end up doing? I guess just like another Elder Dragon War could kill us too. Like everything could kill us, so let's just go ahead and get the Karn down. And get some Power Stones rolling, huh? We got a ton of mana. Like everything kills us here though. I took so much damage. It was so risky. Either way, we were going to be taking a lot of damage that turn, though. Boseiju. Oh. Okay. We can always bring that back. We might just be alive here again, guys. Nope, Invoke Despair. Ah. Good game, opponent. Oh, man. Yeah, Invoke Despair doing a ton of damage for them this entire game. And again, pretty cool match overall, huh? Like, I'm very satisfied with the deck overall. What did we do today? We got, I think we lost one, then we won one, then we lost one, right? And I feel like all of those could have gone either way. How do you guys feel? Real quick, Thran Spider was actually pretty cool. It's awful that you're giving the opponents the Power Stone token, but also just like having a 2/4 reach on the card as well as helping you ramp into the extra artifacts on the top end. I don't know. It's a pretty cool card. But yeah, it's kind of like I said, we probably could drop down to 2 of these and then go up to the 4 Fables. Fable's just going to do more for you, but I'm happy that we played 4 today. That way, no matter what, we were able to see it. We weren't able to see that bottom ability on Stockpile, huh? But I think it will come in handy when it comes time. Like in that last match, we already had it at like a Stockpile of 3, right? So that's already pretty good, being able to ramp with that or do multiple things on the same turn, like play multiple big card effects, like a Mightstone and a Burn Down the House on the same turn, or something ridiculous like that, right? Or just helping us close out games with things like Light Up the Night too, where that would have been a ton of extra damage if we actually were able to use the Glittering Stockpile to do that extra damage, if we saw Light Up the Night, of course, right? Voltage Surge was pretty good. I think we could manage 3 Voltage Surge and then go up another utility removal, or maybe another Pyre. Another Flame Blessed Bolt would be fine too, maybe. But maybe just something that deals 5 damage too. So what is it? It's Rending Flame, I think, right? Is that what it's called? Rend? Oh, there it is. Rending Flame, yeah. That might be good too. We have a lot of 3-drops in here, but 25 mana, like you're always going to see that third. Well, hopefully, right? But Karn was cool. We only got to see it in that last match, and of course it didn't do much against the 3rd Invoke Despair there, so help us take a little bit less damage, but just getting a Power Stone off of Karn just doesn't seem like it's enough, but it pairs so beautifully with things like Voltage Surge that it seems right to have 2 of these. Visions of Phyrexia was freaking awesome too, and having 2 of these could be really cool. Man, there's like too many ways to piece this deck together, isn't there? Like what is the proper way? Oh man. We didn't get to see Portal to Phyrexia today. That's fine. I think one of the big things was actually finding the 8th mana for Cityscape Leveler, which was a little harder than I initially expected, even with all the extra ramp. So I think that big score is very tempting. I really do. Dude, do we just drop the Karn Legacy and go up a couple big score? I think that could be good. I think. But Karn's cool, man, and I love that artwork too. Yeah, dropping a couple Thran portals, going up a couple Fables, dropping the Karns for some big scores, that might help the consistency of the build. I would go down to 1 Brotherhood's End too and go up a 3rd Burn Down the House. I think Burn Down the House is just going to do a lot more for you in the long run. And Brotherhood's End, to my surprise, at least in these test matches, didn't have too many great targets. And then, of course, we're pretty much never looking at that bottom ability because it hurts our deck as well. So, yeah, I really liked this one, guys. I had a blast, actually. Speaking of a blast, right? Blast Zone just isn't going to do a whole lot, but I think having that extra utility land in here is completely fine. You never know when you're going to need it. You never know when your opponent's going to have 5 3-drops that you just need to take care of. So I think it's worth it. I think Hall was worth it. We didn't get to see it today, but I do think that it's just going to be worth it. And obviously the Foundry too. Yeah, there's just like a ton packed in here, and it feels like a ton of different ways that we could actually piece this together. So we're going to have to return to Big Red in the future. I also want to try out a Big Red build that isn't having, words. A Big Red build that doesn't have like the artifact theme too. I really do think there's enough cards that we can piece that together as well. So guys, either way, if you made it this far into the video, then y'all are champions, and I super duper appreciate you, and I will see you in the next video.